Let's see how rusty we are. What's that one? Venus, HP up. It's basically just an HP upgrade, and then it's actually an HP upgrade plus stuff gets charmed when it gets close enough to us. It's ranked as a 1 in quality. I feel like it's slightly better than that. Dang, eat his enemies. I hope you find a solution for that. I'm rooting for you. Yeah, I got nothing. I can see how it'd be problematic if you know, if things drifted away from you. And in the process of drifting away from you, lose their charm and then target you. Oh, I almost fucked that up. So scary. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and whinge about Venus because ultimately this is helping me get some work done. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do.
A fortune.
Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. All things being equal, that turned out about as well as it could have. Woo. I think that's our secret room. I don't know that that was play bad, get rewarded. That was play bad and then have to play. I had to play a lot better to help myself out of a situation I created. Are your fingers still on vacation time? My brain is. I've been fiddling around with that CBD THC tincture that Justin gave me. I feel like I've slept really well the last couple of days, but I can't tell if it's because I'm just still relaxed. Nice. I can't tell if it's just because I'm still relaxed from vacation, or if it's because it's actually, like, you know, on a very subtle level, mellowing me out as I go to sleep and taking the edge off the anxiety. The ones you put in your eyes? No. Not on purpose, at least. I'm sure at some point, like an idiot checking to see if a gun's loaded by looking down the barrel, I'm sure at some point, I'll have some problem with the eyedropper. And I'll end up putting THC and CBD through my eye. But we haven't done it yet. Damn. I just knew I didn't want lard, man. So I figured it was worth a shot. Otherwise, we were just gonna leave it there anyway. Oh well. Kind of a bummer. It was a good trip, though. What did we do while we were there? We watched Only Murders in the Building. We watched What You Do in the Shadow, or What We Do in the Shadows. Amber and I did. The boys got to see The Goonies for the first time. We played Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza until Grayson got a cut in the webbing of his fingers, and until Rory thought he'd broken his pinky. I hurt neither one of them. I wanna point out. Are you into League of Legends? I've played it twice. I played it once for a bounty. No, I've only played it once. I played it once for a bounty. I played 2 games. I played 2 games of League for a bounty on Twitch a while back, and that's as much League as I've ever played. How'd the Goonies go over? They loved it. They loved it. We skipped a whole bunch of the, like, very crude 80s humor stuff in the very beginning, but once we got into the actual, like, exploring of the cave, and all that jazz, like, basically, we skipped over a whole bunch of the Corey Feldman stuff in the beginning. We skipped over a bunch of the Corey Feldman stuff in the beginning and then jumped right into Like, by the time they really discovered it, by the time they really kind of knew what was going on, they were just bought into the action adventure of clearing out an underground cave and finding a pirate ship full of treasure. We played Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza with my wife's family recently. We played a poker tournament. I didn't organize this. This was 100% my family's idea. They said, "Hey, Dad, the boys, especially Rory, wants to play poker." And I said, "Okay, that's cool. I'm in." And Amber pulled me off to the side and goes, "Rory's riding a little high on the hog. We've run 2 little mini tournaments, just the 3 of us, and Rory's won both of them. He's gotten incredibly lucky." And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll come teach him what I know." So I sat down with Rory, and Rory was like trying to play it all cool. He was doing this thing where, like, I was like, "All right, cool, let's play it." He's like, "Yeah, let's get it on." And he, like, turns his hat backwards and, like, leans into the table. And I was like, "Oh, son, we're gonna have teachable moments today, you and me." And he was kind of, like, he was low-grade shit-talking the whole time. And I busted him out in like, 35 minutes. And I felt bad because he had like 10-6 off suit, and he chased a draw that I'm not even really sure what it was, but I had pocket jacks, and I broke him. Like, I took all of his chips and knocked him out of our little mini tournament. And he sat there for a second and was kind of looking at stuff like he was processing it, and I was like, "Oh man, I know that look. I've had that look like the last time I lost a big pot, like $1,000 pot at a casino. I remember once, you know." I remember once, being at the Trump Taj Mahal decades ago.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
I remember once being at the Trump Taj Mahal decades ago, and, I lost a $1,000 hand where I had a flush and the guy hit a boat. And I had the nut hand all the way to, like, the turn. And then he hit it on the river, and I just watched hundreds of dollars that, frankly, I needed, and like a $1,500 pot just go away on like a four card out that this dude hit on the river. And I shorted out and was just kind of staring at the table. And they're like, "Sir, are you gonna buy more chips?" And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Sir, are you gonna buy more chips?" And I was like, I. And they're like, "Then we need to open up the seat if you're not gonna buy more chips." And so that was sadly what was going on inside Rory's head. I could see it, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna be like patronizing. I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna sit here and like try to tell him what to think or feel. I'm just gonna let him process through this.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
And I felt terrible because a couple seconds later, I looked back and I didn't hear him like say anything. Like, I just keep my head down and was shuffling. A couple of seconds later, I look over and he's doing the quiet sob, where like his mouth is making the face of crying and his eyes are pursed and his shoulders are bouncing, but there's no sound coming out. And at that point, I had to like set the cards down and pick him up and give him a great big hug and explain to him that it was very important to Daddy that he understand. I needed him to understand that it's not enough in poker. It's not enough to just like look and feel cool. Like you got everything that you do has to be backed up by math and statistics and reading your opponents, and that I will happily continue to teach him poker, but it was important to me that he understood. Uh-oh. There's a weird clicking noise inside my computer. There's a clicking noise like something turned off and then turned back on. I don't know if that was the computer or the UPS, but it didn't affect the streaming PC. Yeah, you guys heard the clicks? Yeah, I don't know what that was. That's potentially problematic. What could that have possibly been? We're not going to fix it while we're streaming, so... yeah, the payload is armed to get back. So I felt bad because I just wanted him to understand. I was like, listen, there's no money on the line here. The only thing that's hurt is your pride. Like, Daddy loves you. I'm not trying to be mean for the sake of being mean. But I need you to understand that this game that you love, that Daddy loves too, and I have books you can read on it. But this game that you love will make you feel like a god 1 minute and a total chump the next, and you just need to be mentally prepared for that if you want to seriously get into this game. Probably wasn't the UPS that would have shrieked at you as well. Yeah, I was gonna say we've been having I think God, don't let it be graphics card issues. It's a brand new graphics card. Like, it's the newest graphics card I have, and Glitch spent like 500 bucks on it. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep going. I think I want to do one more. Because I want to see what this is. Well, I think we're kind of out of options. I don't really know. I was gonna say, I'm gonna see what these pills are. I guess if it's a health downgrade, we're no really worse off than we are with an empty heart container. Obviously, I'd love to be able to fill it back up, but full health would be ideal. Balls of Steel would be really good. Hematemesis would be fine. Tears Down's pretty terrible. Experimental Pill is another Tears downgrade. Well, I guess we'll just take our shit-eating attitude and leave. Rocket Whale, what's going on? Take the playing card out of the fan. The clicking noise is not worth it. By the way, sorry, St. Geronimo, I was in the middle of just like spewing information, and then the weird computer thing happened. St. Geronimo, Prime Gaming, 17 months. St. Geronimo, thank you. And Meth, Tier 1, 16 months. I joined the stream to hear Taffy say, the nut hand, today is going to be a good day. Meth, thank you so much, man. Welcome back. Thank you both. And Wesley, thank you for the raid. Taffy has a 3. No, is that the one that's really hard to get a hold of? Because I don't have that. Yeah, Double Taco. Apparently, Champion is still pulling together a... Woo, fight each other. Apparently, Champion is still pulling together a beastly streaming rig for us, or gaming rig for us, that we've nicknamed Candy. And the only part that's keeping him from, like, sending it to me is apparently even Champion hasn't been able to get a reasonably priced graphics card in a hot minute. Which really kind of gives you pause, you know? Talk about money, how close on the pinball machine? I mean, I've been as... Oh, no. Oh, see? I actually think we got saved there. I've been trying to play pinball as much as I can. Super pheromones. Dude didn't even yell it. What a dick. Yeah, I've been trying my best to play pinball whenever I can get a chance. Because I just don't want to buy a table, think that it's really cool for like a week, and then be like, well, this sucks. I wish I just had the money. You know what I mean? I'm treating it like it costs as much as a used car. So I'm putting as much effort into researching it as I would a used car. But I'm also, you know, not going to go into a crowded arcade in the middle of a global pandemic. Just so I could play Medieval Madness, you know? I've got my list of, like, my top 5 machines, out of the ones that I've played so far. But I don't, you know, I'm not gonna ask, Champion to drop, like, eight grand on a pinball table until I'm 100% sure that it's the one that I want. Hello, nurse. I hope you have a good night's rest. Or good day's rest. Yeah, we're still starting Horizon Zero Dawn at the lunch o'clock hour today. Mr. Clean, thank you so much. Ice Pots, pleasure to see you as well. Have you heard about Pinball FX3 on Steam? I have not. Is that the, like I used to watch Whitwix play a pinball simulator, and it was everything from like the Space Cadet one that was on every copy of Windows for an eternity to like older Stern and Williams tables and stuff. Taffy just wants the Cyclone machine. You like Kombucha and somebody else are both big Cyclone fans. I can't remember who the other one was. Somebody else is a big Cyclone fan as well. Maddie, welcome back. Free game with 2 free tables. That's cool. I don't really get in, like, you know, with the exception of the years that I was stuck in, like, high school typing labs and stuff like that. I don't really get into playing pinball on computer. I think I'm married to the nostalgia of physically feeling the table underneath my hands. Sure. Yeah, sure. I'll take Sister Maggie. Time of V hopes all of you beautiful souls are safe and well. I want to shout out a big, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. I want to shout out a gigantic thank you to a certain stubborn individual. Oh, it happened twice while I was gone, by the way. Glitch sent me two $200 tips over the weekend with the message, "Stay the fuck on vacation." So I wanted to stop and acknowledge that, and Varel dropped 25 gifted subs one day. I think maybe on the first day of, September, Varel dropped 25 gifted subs. I would do awful things to own a South Park pinball machine. South Park is a fun game. I can't have it in my, like,
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Whenever we watch, like, Outside Xbox or some sort of, like, What Culture Gaming, any sort of, like, video game countdown video, because the boys love that shit. They're super into it. Whenever we watch stuff like that... I never went in the shop. Whenever we watch stuff like that, the boys know to skip, like, the South Park stuff, because they understand that, you know, that's a cartoon / video game for grown-ups, you know? Marie, work makes it hard to watch stream, but I still love you all. Marie, we love having you here. Thank you so much for the support. We will happily be here whenever you have the time. I'd love Flight. I wish I had saved a, a charge on the Book of Belial. That said, we're making relatively short work of this. I just kind of want to hold on to the, Soul Heart. Gross. Well, okay, good news. We're gonna die on this floor. That's the good news. Maybe not on this floor. Soon. I can't take this pill yet. Just don't think I have any other soul hearts to replace. So I think we roll out of here nice and safe like. And then when the opportunity presents itself, I'm thinking. I'm good. You could use pinball to practice while you can't get into an arcade is what I'm thinking. Well, I'm not like entering tournaments, you know what I mean? Like I'm not auditioning for Tommy 2. The only reason I'm going to play these pinball machines is because I want to know which machine I want to buy. Oh, don't pay me out in here. Oh shit, that scared me. No. Oh no! Yeah. Wait, no! God damn it! It took me back to the last room I was in. But the last room I was in was the deal with the devil. I didn't think about that. I just wanted to be teleported back out of the room. Yeah, no, it's you know, I'm bad at pinball now, but I understand the mechanics. I used to be very good, but my pinball muscles have atrophied. I can fix that over time. Can I do this? I can do this, right? Whew. There's a lot to process. Ugh. I just want to see what's up here. Man. Suck. But yeah, anyway, I'm not looking to be good. At some point, you guys will, we'll get a table. We'll get all these portable streaming cameras set up, and we'll do. I'll get one of my. I'll probably just buy a ring light, and I'll have a portable ring light. I'll get a portable ring light or an LED panel. These 3 new cameras that we've got set up, and the streaming laptop, and we'll play video games. Okay. We'll play video games dead flip style. You guys can watch me play a few rounds of pinball just to see what it's like to have a fucking machine in the home. To see what fruit Champion's generosity has rendered. But it won't be because I want to showcase how good I am at pinball. You know? Good luck with the ring light for the colonoscopy. I shouldn't have to have another colonoscopy for like 7 years. 7 or 8 years. Thank goodness. I think Lethal Frag showed his old pinball streaming setup years back. I wonder if that video's still around. If I want to string, if I want to stream pinball, I don't want to say I got Dead Flip in my pocket, but like, I think Dead Flip would be more than happy to help us out, and he is the gold standard when it comes to broadcasting. When it comes to broadcasting pinball on Twitch, he is the OG Godfather. I'm sure I could just ask him. I would reasonably expect that he and I have a lot of the same components. I needed one of those, you prick. Range down. So far, so good. Let's just do this. Speed things up a little bit. I would have gotten one of those Red Hearts too if it wasn't for this meddling kid, and also for the fact that the Red Hearts fucking ran away from me. That's still fun. Thank God. Finally a break. Our rate of fire was terrible there for a minute. It's still bad. It's still bad. But at least it's better. I'm gonna safeguard that bone heart because ultimately that to me equates a deal with the devil. I can't take a deal with the devil right now just on Soliolis, but I can definitely take a deal with the devil if I forfeit this bone heart. And I'd be more than happy to do it. Oh, they can't have red hearts. That's right. That's right. You're right. I'm Dark Judas. I'm not eating anymore. You're so much smarter than me, chat. And better looking. I do love sinus infection now. I'd love to get my rate of fire up. Kamai says, morning, Taffy. Hope you enjoyed your vacation. Good to see you back. I feel like a new man. I feel refreshed and ready to tackle a lengthy to-do list. Ah, pheromones is not going to do it. Let's go ahead and just take this. I feel less, I I felt very desperate when I left here. I felt exhausted. Like, physically and emotionally, I felt exhausted when I left for this vacation. I felt very little joy with regards to just about anything. Like, everything felt like a chore. And now instead, there are things like, getting back to making sure that the YouTube videos are going up seamlessly and flawlessly. Getting in touch with like Cletus and talking to Cletus about it. I gotta pay off Joanna and Johan today, which reminds me, as always, you know, we've pulling together a new YouTube channel that I can't monetize until we hit I can't monetize until we hit 1,000 YouTube subs, and was it 10,000 watch hours? So we got a couple of new YouTube channels pulled together. Long story short, my old one got demonetized, and Google refuses to tell me why. So I've started 2 new ones, and we're putting new content up there.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Ryan Caps, the individual, is not starting these channels. McLaffy Taffy Incorporated is starting these YouTube channels, or my wife is, depending on how we decide to set it up. How sweet of her. I really could go for the soul hearts, and if I don't, the shop was greed, right? Yeah, let's see if we can get some soul hearts. We got a decently high luck stat. Finally unlocked the keeper. Now I'm pleased to say I have less greed runs in my future. Hell yeah, Time of D. Good for you. Varel, tier 1, 31 months. Good morning, Varel. Thank you for the 25 gifted while I was gone. You and Glitch made it feel as though I'd never left. Who knew Amber was so good at Isaac? Who knew Amber had expressed permission as an individual legally separate from myself to upload all of my previous content, you know? Wow, 36 cents, we got literally nothing out of it. That's fun. Fun game, Edmund. So anyway, Cletus is back in Texas. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Cletus is back in Texas and is rip-roaring and ready to go with offloading all of our VOD content. We're finally gonna finish getting God of War out. The plan with the plan with the old school, the plan with the getting all the old school Let's Plays out of Twitch and up somewhere else is going to become that we're going to get the oldest ones and the youngest ones pulled out simultaneously. When we started trying to do this originally, it was God of War and Outer Wilds. Obviously that's been a hot minute, but Cletus and I admittedly have kind of stumbled in a couple of spots trying to get all this pulled together. Once we get Outer Wilds and God of War up,
of the newest denizen of the cave.
Once we get God of War and Outer Wilds going and done, then it'll become whatever the hell was after God of War. And I think we're gonna get up to 2 uploads a day. We're gonna do old playthrough and new playthrough, just so it's not all just God of War videos. I feel like I've been uploading God of War videos between the old channel and the new channel. I feel like I've uploaded, you know, 40 episodes of God of War. But we're gonna have old playthrough and new playthrough, like old playthrough at night, new playthrough in the morning. We'll do 2 uploads a day to start to speed things up. PTX Divided, tier 1, 39 months. Dear Taffy, missing you. Love PTX. PTX, happy to have you here, even if just for a moment. Thank you so much. Yeah, I figured you'd be unreasonably stressing and could use the reassurance. You and Glitch popped in for almost a combined 600 plus. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was literally in the middle of a fight. Theocrat, welcome. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I technically got back yesterday, but have you ever gone on vacation and felt like after the vacation was over, you needed a day to recover from vacation? I told chat that I was oh my god, please. I told chat that I was interested in potentially taking yesterday off, Labor Day, even though I was home Sunday afternoon. Ow. I'm sticking shots on the masks, but not on the hearts. There we go. I told chat that I basically was torn about whether or not I was supposed to come back to work on Monday or not. And on that particular day, they gave me a bunch of money and said, don't you dare come in. Basically, they said, if you come in here, we will make it our mission to not be here when you show up on Monday. Like, we will not come hang out with you if you spend time with us on Monday. So, you know, I took yesterday off. I slept in. I woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning in my own bed. Oh, God. I made a big breakfast. I got a bunch of stuff. God damn. I got a bunch of stuff done around the house. Yeah, it was a good first day back. It was a good first day back of the house because I genuinely I was confused about like just what time of the day it was because I wasn't used to being in my house on a weekday and not having sinus infection. I wasn't used to being in my house on a weekday, and so like I turned to Amber and I was like, "What is it, like noon?" She's like, "Baby, it's 9." And at one point I was like, "Hey, baby, what time is it? Like, is it dinner time?" She's like, "Baby, it's 2." It was just overcast. It was overcast, and I'm not used to having Monday. Like, I'm not used to being off on a Monday. D, what's going on, man? I did come back on Tuesday, the greatest day of the week. For sure. Oh, you know what, though? I actually wouldn't mind... If the game sees fit, I wouldn't mind leaving here with Dreamcatcher. Need time to mentally prepare yourself for all the shit that comes with the work life again. A little bit, like, what did I do yesterday? I got, God of War uploads squared away for the week. I reached out to Thermal, I reached out to Trey, I reached out to Joanna and Johan, who I have to pay today, which I'm excited to do because they've been knocking those Isaac runs out of the park. So I got a lot of stuff done. I still have a lot of stuff I need to do, but like genuinely, I reached a point where I couldn't think straight because I was tired. Like I was already tired again. Like I needed to go to bed early, so I did. And I got so much done in such a short period of time. It's so funny. A lot of the things on that list, the things that I accomplished yesterday, had loomed over me. A lot of things on that list had loomed over me for such a long period of time that I think in my head I'd made them almost impossible tasks. And the irony, once I finally got those things handled, was that all things being equal, I feel like my to-do list that was freaking me out so bad before I left on vacation took me like 2.5 hours to tackle. There's still plenty of other things I need to do. I feel like there were a couple of things that we touched on, and now I need to like write them down. Oh God. Sorry, I had a note in there from Antechamber, and it made me angry just looking at it. Sorry,
this is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
I need to get a hold of Squint Fox. I'm sure Squint Fox is probably here. I need to set a time with Squint Fox to figure out when we can sadly upgrade this to high definition and you guys can see me in all my wonder. Hollings Worthless, tier 1, 41 months. Thank you so much. Jackspot, thank you. Squint Fox, are you back from your thing? If you went, how was it? God, I have to start writing things down so that I can remember to do them. I keep thinking to myself like, oh, that's pressing. I need to do that. And then I finally have time to sit down and do a thing and go, I don't remember what I was supposed to do. Okay, this way. should be okay if we can just pad our health. 2 weeks ago, it was great. Away again next week, so it won't be so great. That sucks. I'm glad the other thing was great. Are you around this weekend? Or maybe some... Oh, God. Sometime during the week? Damn, dude. Where are the secret rooms in this floor? I got the bombs. I might as well look. I don't think it's here, but I might get a soul heart. I don't think it's here, but I might get a soul heart. It's not there. Maybe here? I might as well find it now, you know? I can't remember if I checked here. I did not. That's a luck upgrade. At the very least, now I know what most of my pills are, even if more than half of them are terrible. After dinner during the week's generally okay, Saturday's bad, Sunday's probably okay as of now. I'll tentatively say Sunday. Let me see what else I need to do to sort of get things in order. Dude, I'm 1 penny away from being able to rock that
This is the
Dreamcatcher
story
pickup.
of the newest denizen of the cave.
I got a forced 2-week vacation. Vacation is called quarantine. I never slept so much in my life. Yep, God, do I love sleep. God, do I love sleep. I have discovered. You're never gonna believe this, chat, but I love bed rest. Cloud Swallowing Man, tier 1, 53 months. Cloud Swallowing Man, thank you so much for the continued support. Yeah, I didn't look at anything. Oh, you know what? That's another thing I need to do. Let's see. I need to clean up stream gifts. I had to get on the horn with Amazon. Champion bought me 3 very expensive GoPros. Champion bought me 3 very expensive GoPros that were on there. That Squint Fox and I had decided were not the ones we were going to go with. So I returned those a month ago. It's 4 figures worth of camera.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
And a month later, Amazon had not given me or Champion credit for those purchases. And I was, understandably, I was not okay with that. I was, I needed someone to end up with Champion's money, whether it was him or me made no difference to me, but I needed Jeff Bezos not to get an extra grand out of me for no good reason whatsoever. Apophocles, tier 1, 3 months. Apophocles, thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you sticking around. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find the second secret room before I roll the entire floor with the 3-pip room. You say that you love bed rest, but you stream so damn early.
This
PTX
is the story
divided.
of the newest denizen of the cave.
I hate being a morning streamer. It's the one part of my job I sincerely don't enjoy. I am not, nor have I ever been a morning person. I don't think I can play these guys out. I'll just bomb them and just see what falls. I am not, nor have I ever been a morning person. I did this because I didn't want to try to stream at the same time as Lethal Frag, Northern Lion, Cobalt Streak, Lars Fest, Shishayu for the most part. I didn't want to, oh, okay. I didn't want to stream at the same time as a whole bunch of people who inspired me to get into streaming. Or inspired me to do better at streaming, because I didn't want to have to, like... I don't want to force a whole bunch of viewers to have to make decisions about whether or not they were going to hang out here. It's a little bit of a bummer that we didn't get to open that big chest, but I didn't have the keys for it anyway. Yeah, I am not, nor have I ever been a morning person. I dislike streaming this early in the morning. But I've found that if I make myself live the correct lifestyle to accommodate it, if I force myself to go to sleep at a reasonable hour and force myself to get enough rest, I can do it. But there is very little joy to be had inside me in doing so. I've never enjoyed waking up before the sun. Scuba Steve, Prime Gaming, 27 months. 27 months of mostly lurking. Neat. Scuba Steve, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and I mean, Ryan, it ended up panning out pretty well because a number of the people who watch me now watch me because I help them fill up their... I've taken the place of their morning, you know, radio DJ. Their morning radio, the morning radio show. Which was not what I intended, but I'm glad that it's working out that way. The benefits that I gain from streaming this time slot far outweigh the inconvenience of basically constantly trying to alter my own sort of internal like biological clock, which says like, hey, you're an insomniac night owl. You're an insomniac night owl, my guy. Lean into it. We definitely have to leave here with Guppy. This piece of Guppy. If I didn't have 9 lives, clearly I would not have done that. But we got 9 lives, so let's live dangerously. No, the red chest changed into a mimic right before I touched it. Except you're actually funny. You know, the jury's out on some of those days. I didn't see what the item was. Did anybody see what the item was? That's generally a tremendous spot to catch up on chat. Leech? Yeah, I suppose I would pick up Leech. It's good passive damage. It's not good passive damage, it's passive damage. Delayed sleep phase syndrome, that's my problem. It's not that I have insomnia. I sleep great, my body runs like it's a 26-hour clock and it sucks sometimes. I can see that being a pain in the ass. It takes me forever to get to sleep sometimes. And I don't sleep soundly when I do go to sleep. I have like bad dreams and just sort of general anxiety. Normally over shit that I have absolutely no way to change. Yeah, we've talked about some of the dopey shit that's kept me awake at nights. Not to mention just my general, you know, existential crisis and realization of my own mortality and stuff like that. Like, it's not to say that I don't ever have like, yeah, I'm just worried about money troubles. Like I have normal fears too, but accidental time travel is not the kind of thing that should keep me awake at night, but it sure does. So, I don't know though. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but my first 2 nights back, I've slept like the dead. I also have been, like, I didn't mess around with it until I got home. But I genuinely have been messing with that THC and CBD tincture. I've taken that the last 2 nights that Justin's given me, just an eyedropper of it. I can't really feel anything. I don't feel gooey the way that I did with those incredibly high potency Ambien pills. But I will say over the last 2 nights that I've gone to sleep and stayed asleep for sure. I don't know, man. Accidental time travel is pretty scary. That's what I'm saying. What happens if I get glimpsed forward into the future and, like, all humanity's problems are generally solved, but, like, English has changed so much that I can barely communicate with people? They think that I'm, like, some sort of deranged lunatic. They put me in some sort of, like, futuristic insane asylum. Or even worse, I get teleported back in time. I manage to communicate well enough that I'm from the future. They ask me to explain or prove or provide any technology, any advice or technology or scientific insight that may or may not prove that I'm from the future and benefit them and keep them from killing me for meat. And I'm just like, I just now realized right now that I don't know how anything works. I don't know how anything works. I don't know how my phone works. I don't know how the internet works. I don't understand how medicine works. Like, I can't even explain how this cigarette lighter works. I have no fucking clue. JJ Madison. What's going on, brother? I just wanted the speed upgrade there. I mean, the health is nice, but the speed upgrade is where it's at. Fucking magnets. I wouldn't be able to tell those people shit. They would sacrifice me as the world's most ineffectual witch. All because I had a cell phone with like 25% charge left on it. Connected to nothing. I finally watched Moneyball last night after a decade of intending to watch it. Yeah, Moneyball's great. Moneyball's great. Yeah, it's fine.
Experimental.
Got a shot speed upgrade. Well, it's not as good. The shot speed upgrade is not tremendous. Strength is fine. I would pick up the helmet. Here, let's just do this. I would pick up the helmet. I'm gonna pick up the helmet. Like, I've got bombs for days, but it'll save me the headache of like checking each and every wall. I'll just do that real quick. That becomes shot speed and luck. Damn, dude, we are getting the raw end of the stick here. I got a morning radio DJ ad for you. It's 9 a.m. car honk. You're listening to Taffy pull slide whistle. Just remember, if you're in public, lewd noise, we aren't responsible for police siren. Yep. God, it's been a while since I've listened to anything quite like that. I'm all right with that. Ice, good morning. That's how you ended up in a padded room in the 20s. Yep, I'd end up overpowered by somebody because somebody who's stronger than me 30 years ago or 100 years ago is somebody who's still stronger than me. You know, doesn't matter what time frame. Doesn't matter what time frame. If some dude is 75 pounds and nothing but like gym muscle, old school gym muscle, lifting kettlebells and tossing drunken Irishmen out of his club. He's still stronger than me. It doesn't matter what century it's in. Less concerned about accidental time travel, more concerned about intentional multi-dimensional travel. Force myself into a place where humanity either never existed or went extinct. Yeah. Hell, I just worried about going to sleep in one part of the world and waking up in another and just not speaking the language and not knowing how to get home. Aaron, tier 1, 14 months. Good morning, Taffy and chat. Holy shit, 14 months has been a hot damn minute. Aaron, pleasure to have you back. Justin, hey, welcome back, Taff. Hello, chat. Yo, I saw you went to I always mess up the name of this place. Because, like, it's Don't Look Back is the name of the place. But over the course of the years, I've not always called it Don't Look Back. I've called it Don't Look South of the Border. Don't Turn Around Bright Eyes. Like, it feels like I've never been able to, like, the other place that they have is, like, Don't Look Back 2. T-O-O. Don't Look Back in Anger. I heard you say exactly like its name for the longest time just did not stick in my head, and I made up too many nicknames. I made up too many nicknames, and so like Amber at that point would say, "Hey, all right, I get it. It's a very funny name," or it's not a. She would say, I get it, it's not a rolls off the tip of the tongue name, but just call it the right thing now. And I'm like, I can't remember the right thing anymore. I've made up too many nicknames for it. I'm finally getting to a place where I can like summon it. Loved it, went to a great cider brewery too. They exclusively played music I like. Yeah, Don't Look Back's got dope tacos. They got good Mexican street tacos, despite the fact that they're clearly made by gringos. But it doesn't change the fact that, like, they're really good tacos. Really good tacos. You little rat bastards. Justin, speaking of being productive and getting things done, you and I, it's September, homeboy. You and I gotta have a business lunch, like, the sooner the better, really. Let's see. Squint Fox, I'm probably gonna come to you, if maybe not tonight. Let's say tomorrow night. Tentatively, let's put it on the books. Squint Fox and I tomorrow night are gonna work on high defing this camera. And then that frees me up to have Sunday Oh god. To get lunch with Justin. And then Sunday we can sit down. We can either go out to that, we can either drive out to Goochland and do barbecue, or we can do something in town. I mean, like, even if we do the long drive out to Goochland for barbecue, we can talk while we drive. Or we can do something close by. I mean, God knows there's no shortage of good food places in Richmond that won't be quite so far of a hike. No, the new camera's not up and running. This is still my old webcam with googly eyes on it. I've got it right here. Squint Fox and I went to set it up 2 weekends ago. But I was missing an $8 cord, which derailed the whole thing. Been loving trying more places. Everything's been good so far. Because there are so many good restaurants in Richmond, there are not a lot of bad restaurants in Richmond. There's not a lot, there are, but there's not a lot of bad restaurants in Richmond because they just, like, how do you stay in business when every other restaurant is like dynamite? I'm gonna go check and see if I can find the second secret room. Yeah, sort of grown up. There's a, no. Shit, I can't remember the name of it. I keep calling it William H. Macy Boulevard. It's this place, it's this road out by Norfolk. J. Clyde Morris? That feels maybe like it's right. I called it William H. Macy Boulevard for a million years now, and I made up so many nicknames for it that I genuinely, despite having driven on it, despite having gotten gas off of it like 7 or 8 times in the last, like, you know, decade, I, for the life of me, can't ever, like, memorize the name of this place because I've given it entirely too many nicknames. Good wants to make the drive up here for food sometime since I keep driving to him for hot pot. We absolutely, we can at 100% we can find a place worth eating without having to drive all the way out to Goochland for admittedly damn fine barbecue, but they also don't have indoor seating, so if it's 88 degrees and humid outside, we could just wait. We can wait and go back there in the fall, you know? What's the best food experience I can have in RVA? It would depend an awful lot on what he likes to eat. It would depend an awful lot on, like, what his favorite kind of food is. I was like, what if you drive up from mine and Taffy's subathon and we make it part of going out for dinner with Good? Yeah, that sounds fucking amazing. I love it. Yeah, we're good. We can just go. French food. Oh, fuck me. I'm not going to Can. Fuck, I don't want to go to Can. Fuck, don't say. Okay, No. There was a different brasserie. French food Richmond. There was a place that had poutine. Technically, Le Possum is French food. Max's on Broad was another one. So I'll grab this one real quick. This one, and then, but this is not the one I was looking for. This is the one I was looking for. Fuck, I'm so hungry. I got back on intermittent fasting today. I ate like a slop yard hog this week. Le Possum's booked through December. Let's maybe try Max's on Broad. Take a look at that. Honestly, I should take him to Can. I'm not going to take him to Can. I refused to give that restaurant. I gave that restaurant 2 years of my life. I'm not giving that restaurant my hard-earned streaming money. When I was making content while I worked at Can. At one point, my buddy Rob and I had a very good idea for a YouTube video, so we released it, and it was a parody of a much larger YouTuber, and it was genuinely well received. People saw it and were like, "Oh, that's really clever. That's very fun. You guys did a good job," and they enjoyed it. A week later, that same guy we were parodying put out his exact same version of our video. Like, we sent it to him and we're just like, hey, We thought you'd like this. We like your work so much that we decided to parody it. Let us know what you think. And he was like, this is great. And then a week later, he put out his own version of it. And I was beside myself angry. I was so pissed. Yeah, fuck it. I was so angry, and I came into work the next day, and my manager was all like, what are you so glum about? And I was like, genuinely, I was like, you know how I'm working on like YouTube content? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, whoops, we may die a couple times, and that's okay. I said a guy ripped off an idea that I had, and I think all things being equal is essentially taking like a couple grand out of my pocket. And he's like, a couple grand because of a YouTube video idea? Come on, guy. And I was like, don't fucking placate or patronize me. I know what I'm talking about. This is my side hustle. At this point, I was like, I know it sounds bizarre to say it, but I was like, YouTube videos, this was like a decade ago, chat. I was like, YouTube videos are making people a lot of money, and I had a good idea for a YouTube video, and this fucking knob saw we had a really good idea and produced his own version of our parody, and now people are coming back to this channel. Where's my soul hearts, my guy? Now people are coming back to this channel accusing me of having ripped off his idea, despite the fact that our video uploaded a week before his. So I was like, I'm kind of miffed. And he was just like, hey, you know what? It's no big deal. You're overthinking it. It's not like it's going to amount to anything. Why don't you just get your head on straight and sell this fucking quiche? And I genuinely can't, like, forgive or forget that this one man... I say, like, forgive or forget, but you know what I mean. Like, I can't really forgive or forget that this one manager was like, you're overblowing it. It's no big deal. And I was like, is it? Is it no big deal? Because he's not, like, he didn't stick around in restaurant work. He was doing his own side hustle. He ended up in real estate. Dude's a realtor now, so in his spare time, he was working out his side hustle. And if he ever, like, brought a bad day from that to work, you know, he'd have been like, oh, man, the realtor's exam is really hard. And that would have been a real problem. But my thing was, oh, damn. Shit. I'm good. I shouldn't have been. I'm terrible at that. I'm not a platformer. Anyway. He didn't see what I was doing as a real issue. And he didn't understand why I was upset. And here we are years later, and like, at least for the time being, not to be an asshole about it, but I'm gonna be a little bit of an asshole about it. I'm out earning him. And he, you know, he quietly likes all my posts now. Nate, what's going on, dude? Reenie, wreck me with food, daddy. I don't know if Reenie's still here, but I can't wreck her with food. I'm back on the fast. I'm trying to lose weight. I caught way too many reflections of myself. Dude, I need some insulating hearts like Lickety Split. Insulating hearts, baby. Feel like the story is about me, Kappa. No, I was saying, like I won't give Can my money. The previous owner of that place doesn't work there anymore, but all I remember, like, genuinely my takeaway from that place was while I was starting my content creation career, for whatever it's worth, I was waiting tables at that place while I was starting my content creation career. And the manager I had at the time, after I'd had a really big, very cool parody. I had a very big, very cool parody worked out that at the time garnered us some genuine acclaim. And a week later, the guy we parodied came out with his own version of it. And it's just fucking, it went from, this is a really cool idea to like, hey, you
This is
ripped
the
off this
story
guy's
of the
video. We're
newest
like, dude, we
denizen of the
uploaded it a
cave.
week before he did. So I have a, like, Justin was saying, let's do French food in Richmond, and I was like, I'm happy to do French food. I will not give Can my money, despite the fact that the food is very good. I gotta stockpile these hearts, man. Every time I get hit for that death blow, it's not taking health off of me. It's giving me another broken heart, which is problematic. Thought of you both yesterday. A friend in town works high up at one of the big music distributors, and she brought up Twitch stuff. I started sweating, going, oh no, friend or foe of Pretzel. Distributors are friends. Distributors are constantly looking for the best way to get music out to the populace. They're not looking to get in the way like some streaming platforms are, and certainly not the way some labels are. I mean, he's right. It's not like you make any money off of YouTube these days. Too soon? Too soon. Hey, that reminds me. There's a brand new YouTube channel where you can catch all the best Isaac runs this channel has to offer. Re-uploaded. Cleaned up of most of the breaks that are on there. So if you've not seen or missed out otherwise on any Isaac runs here on the stream, you can catch up on them over at the brand new McLaffy Taffy Binding of Isaac VOD collection. My old channel, sadly, is kaput. Before you ask me why, I don't know. Google permanently demonetized my original YouTube channel with 14,000 subs and has refused to ever tell me why. That's been fun. So we're just starting, I say we, obviously not me, the person, is starting a new YouTube channel. My company is starting a new YouTube channel, and I think Amber might be starting a playthrough channel. We'll see when we monetize it. You know, when we monetize it, we'll throw different information in there for sure. But I can't monetize either channel until it's very loud. I can't monetize either channel until we hit 1,000 subs and like 10,000 hours of watch time. Yeah, sure, I'll take another health. Or I'll take another life. Stitches isn't gonna do me any good. I don't actually think I'm gonna go fight Mango Santa. But I'll do this so that I have the option. Welcome back. I hope you and the family had a good trip. It was nice. Brief rundown because I did one at the top of the hour, or at the top of the broadcast. So we'll do another one now. We went up there Thursday night. It felt like the olden days where my parents used to take a summer vacation with us every year. We went up and did the Space Needle. We went and did the Grand Canyon. We went and did Mount Rushmore. I remember being bored to tears during the drive, but like going out on those long trips with my family are some of my more treasured adult memories now. Thanks, Dark Bum. I don't have my hands on the... I had to itch my nose, so I didn't have my hands on the fire controls. So this is the first time that it really feels like Amber and I have done that. We went with her family, with her parents, to Disney a few years back. Like 3 or 4 years at this point now. And that was awesome, but like, we were traveling in a caravan. We had the, you know, we had the in-laws with us, and they're great. I love my in-laws. I think my in-laws are awesome. I feel less apprehensive and less anxious spending time around my in-laws than I do with my own family. But it wasn't like it wasn't like our little clan setting out, on an adventure. It was, Amber's parents paid for a big ass Disney trip pre-cancer for her, and now we're celebrating, her. This was years ago. She had officially finished chemo. Just this month, she had the visit with her oncologist that reclassified her as a cancer survivor instead of a cancer patient in remission. So, yeah. Anyway, this was our first little family vacation where we just went off on a driving adventure. So we drove into the Shenandoah Valley up in a place called Strasburg, Virginia. The positives is that we had ourselves an awesome cabin. Let's see. We had ourselves an awesome cabin. In the middle of nowhere. We saw sheep. We saw wild turkeys. We saw, like, woodchucks. We saw deer. We saw lots of deer. We saw skunk. We saw possum. And that part was very cool. We had one night where it was cold enough we had one night where it was cold enough to actually merit. We had one night where it was cold enough to actually merit a fire. Where it wasn't just me forcing a fire to happen because I like fire. Which is not beyond me. I've definitely done that before. Where I've been like sweating my ass off. And be like, we just need to have a fire. I didn't want to do that on this trip, and there was one night that we were there. I don't think I can do this. Yeah, we'll just wait. Got it. We got fire, we did campfire food, we did like hot dogs and ramen and stew.